Any other football team, you're going to have your down spots when you lose a few games, but there's some things that people turned around. You say one thing and they magnify it 100 times and say you said this, but it wasn't as bad as everybody thought it was. And you know, it got to a point where people started reading the news too much.
Is it important that your teammates like you, or is it important that they respect you?
I think a lot of players on this team respect what Jim Kelly does, and I'm sure there's a few that don't like me. And but that's every team you have. Everybody's not going to get along, but I'd say the majority of everybody, we get along pretty well on this team, and we're going to take it a long way.
In a Sports Illustrated article, you said that anyone in your shoes, anyone else in your shoes, probably would have had a nervous breakdown last year. I mean, was it the toughest thing to do in your career?
It definitely was. Not only on the field, but off the field. You know, with the bullshit stuff I had to go through as far as some of the lawsuits with. I mean, I couldn't even go out to a picnic and throw something to the little kids without somebody trying to sue me, or, you know, go out and everybody wanting to be a part of it. And then now I find out my agents stole from me, or ripping me off, and me and about 8 other players. Just everything combined last year hit me at one time. And it was like, God, I can't believe this. Why all at once?
End of last season, how disappointing was the loss in the playoffs?
Very disappointing. We were so close. We knew that we knew we had the team that can go the whole way. When you lose and you lose the way we did, I guess you walk with your head high. We played a very good game, but the way I look at it, just wasn't meant to be. And like I said before, it starts getting old saying, well, maybe next year. You know, time's running out on a lot of people. I still have 6 or 7 more years, hopefully, on my career left. Hopefully, I'll put a ring at least on one finger.
Are you still the darling of Buffalo?
Oh yeah, I think for 98% of the people, the 2% are the people that bet on a game that lose and they're blaming me for it, or the people that think I'm overpaid. And the way I look at it is everybody has their dreams when they're growing up, what they want to do. Mine was to become a professional quarterback, and it just so happens that they're paying that type of money now for top quarterbacks, and I'm excited, and it's a dream come true for me, and it could happen to anybody.
You bring up the point. Some people here think you're overpaid. Is I figured out it's $187,500 a week. I'm just thinking to myself, is there anybody worth $3 or $4 million a year?
I'm out there to do my job, to have fun playing the game that I love to do, and if they're going to pay that much, why not? Whether I'm overpaid or not, hey, that's up to, you know, everybody's going to have their own opinion. I don't think I am.
I agree with you. I really think it's a question of what market bears. I never got near that kind of money. You know, I got within a third of it my last year. But times change and things change and the opportunities change.
Yeah, but Joey, that was back in the 60s, wasn't
it? Smart. Not to insult your professionalism, but does the money change the priorities of winning in the game? Does winning become secondary? Does earning money become a priority?
I'd be playing football if it paid $5,000 a week. But it just,
come on.
You wouldn't play football for $5,000?
I did, remember?
Yeah, back then you probably did.
No, really, but you mean that?
No, I definitely would. I think the majority of professional football players would play football if it was $5,000 a week. But it just so happens, like we were talking about before, the rate for a quarterback, a running back is up there in the numbers, and we're just getting paid to have fun.
Last play of the game, back to throw, and he's going to run, and he dives for the touchdown. He dove for the touchdown.
When you're in the huddle and you got your team driving down for that winning score, the one that you have to have, take me through that sequence a little bit. What goes through your head?
You tell them, hey, this is what it's all about. It comes down to the last 2 minutes. This is what everybody thrives on. If you win the game, you're the hero. If you lose it, you're the bum.
Jim Kelly is being mobbed. The game is over. The Bills have won it in one of the most dramatic finishes in Buffalo Bills football history.
It gets exciting, and I think the players get excited. I know the receivers do, because when you're flinging that ball in the air, that's what they love to see. And there's no greater feeling than coming back from behind on a victory and have a big offensive line give you a big hug. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Who's Jim Kelly?
In whose eyes?
In his eyes.
It's a person that I guess off the field likes to take care of my family. Like I told you, I grew up in a family of 6 boys, no girls. Didn't have much, and all the money that I get, everybody says, hey, you know, you're single. What do you do with it all? I have a family. I have my 5 brothers that I love to take care of, my mom and dad that I've retired, and they're enjoying themselves. You know, on the football field, I'm a linebacker in a quarterback's pads. When you see me throw an interception, you see me want to take the guy's head off too. So I just love the game of football, period.
And a reminder, Thursday night, our NFL preseason coverage continues live from Columbia.